It's pie time.
Due to some violent content
intended for mature audiences,
parental discretion is advised.
The following program is closed captioned for the
I was eating ass today.
You're excited.
That little trick.
No.
Where are you bringing it?
Lay it down.
God.
There we are. Well, there's you. In my quest to get the Betty White shit up, uh-oh. Hold on, let me get my camera on. How's everybody doing? It's our little Betty White thing, our little tribute to Betty White. We don't have clips and quotes. It's just, you know, play little Golden Girls, and we got some vodka and we got some hot dogs. And as I work to get my camera up, and this is always a thing.
We will have a very cute, touching Betty White story that actually just came out either today or yesterday, and it is very sweet and very sad. And if I get drunk enough, I might shed a tear. And I didn't know if we wanted to start off the show by doing just like a shot of vodka, you know, to remember Betty by, you know, throw them back for the look look at that well-balanced meal.
You got your shot of the Tito's vodka, which you dropped off, and the hot dog here. This all if you're joining us, the hot dog and the vodka comes from the story of Betty White hosting Saturday Night Live, and she was like the star of the rap party. Apparently she closed it down. Everybody stood and applauded her. And she was eating hot dogs and drinking vodka all night. So hence the hot dogs and the vodka. So,
well, and she also said, like, she accredited her long life. She did this interview with a magazine, I think when she turned 90, and said, you know, that it was because of her two favorite things, vodka and hot dogs. Shay, I gotta say, I gotta love watching Mongo cram wieners in his face. Yeah, Shay and her family made like actual chili dogs for tonight.
Good for you. Good for you guys.
So should we raise our little shot glasses and do a shot for Betty? Hold on, I gotta pour my vodka in there. Tyler doesn't like when I have big things of alcohol in here, so I just put it in a Yeti. All right. To Betty White.
May she rest in peace, Betty. Next throw of you.
Thank you for being a friend. Oh, God damn it.
Oh, I much prefer whiskey.
Ooh. Yeah, Shay, go get your wine, God damn it. The hell are you doing?
Wine, it's vodka.
Hey, Dan.
Betty didn't drink wine, she drank vodka.
She was a vodka bitch through and through. You guys know this.
Here's my sip and drink for the night. It's a vodka cran raspberry.
Ooh, I've just got my classic Moscow Mule situation.
I've never had a vodka cranberry. This is my first time ever.
That's my mom's drink, dude. That's like her go-to drink.
I could see why people like it.
Little vodka cran. My manslave should be bringing down my hot dogs at some point. Tyler, did you put your hot dogs in the microwave? Is that how you make them?
Yeah, that's how I do it.
Right.
You're boiling. You boil, don't you? What up, dudes?
No, Tyler boils. I was just going to pop them in the microwave. But Tyler's doing the whole like beer brining of them and everything like that.
I mean, you know, respect, but I just feel like boiling hot dogs, you know, it's kind of like going to the barber when you got hair like mine. It's like, what's the point? You know, just shave it.
Hey, Mr. Wizard. I can't remember if that's Seth or not. Is that you, Seth? I can't remember.
Mowing Wizard 2.
Hey, I don't know why you said Cape Cod. None of my business.
I think
don't
that's a type of hot dog.
care. Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Whatever. We got the Nathan's hot dogs. We're fancy. You know, the ones that they shove down their throat every year. That thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I had one of those at when I landed in New York City, and it was
it
so
gross?
bad. It was so bad. Yeah.
Oh.
It was. I think it's because the hot dog I got was like it was sitting on the thing for like 20 hours, and so it was all dry. And I remember I was burping that up for about a day.
Oh yeah, those are the. Yeah, it is Seth. Hey Seth. Yeah, those are the sad hot dogs. I don't trust like gas station hot dogs. Anything that is on a roller, I automatically don't fucking trust. Zero. I don't want it.
Unless you see them put it out there, and you're there 10 minutes later for some reason.
Right. But other than that, I don't want it. I don't need that in my life. So no, thank you. No, thank you. And it's ironic that we're honoring Betty White today because, you know, she's an actor, a comedian of sorts. And another famous actor another legendary actor passed away today. Sidney, how do you pronounce his last name? It's very French sounding.
Poitier.
He passed away today. I know. I always feel bad if I mispronounce people's last names because the Midwestern in me wants to go, that's Sidney Poitier over there.
Yeah. Portier.
I'm Sidney Poitier.
You know, it's if you don't know, you don't know. So I don't know why that. It's not like it's offensive or anything. Dan phonetically putting it out there for you. Poitier. I'd actually say Poitier, not eh.
Yeah, it's A like A-Y-Y-Y-Y.
Sacre bleu, Daniel.
But yeah, he was
ridiculous.
Like the first black movie star. I remember
Whoa, they let blacks be in movies now?
Yeah, but not in like main roles mostly.
Oh, okay.
Which is okay. Speaking of, so my coworker Ling, her daughter, she got an email from the school because they're gonna watch Remember the Titans, and she was like, "Why did I have to send an email about that?" And I was like, "Well, Ling, because she's from China." I was like, you know, in America, any movie that involves black people in sports is going to be some racist stuff in there. So that's probably why they sent you the email. So, yeah, that was kind of funny. But yeah, I watched Sidney Poitier and Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. And I thought that was such a stupid goddamn movie. It was so dumb. I was so mad at that film. Swear to God. Terrible.
Yeah, I've never seen that. I know the premise. I just know that's one of those movies that's like, you can be a bad movie, but if you are tackling issues that are way ahead of the time, you're still going to last long. You're still going to be a part of the conversation. Well,
it wasn't a bad movie. It's just the premise of it. Thanks, Seth. He subscribed with Prime. Thanks, Seth.
Thanks, so buddy.
Nice. The premise of the movie was, you know, this white girl brings a black man home. The dad's not cool with it. And they spend the whole movie trying to convince him like, hey, be cool with this. And then he's like, all right, I'm cool with it. And everyone's like, okay, so he's cool with it. And that's it. That's a whole movie. It's just them like, hey, come on now. And then eventually he's like, yeah, whatever, I'm fine. And everyone's like, oh my God, he finally said it's fine, party. And I'm like, y'all were telling him this the whole movie that it was fine. So why are this seems counterintuitive, but none of my business, I suppose. Dumb movie.
What?
Ask me about my wiener.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of which, where's Tyler with my fucking hot dogs?
Ugh, a hot dog got cold.
Oh, see, that's what I was worried about. That's why I just have Tyler bring them down for me. I think I hear the pitter patter of little Tyler feet. Hey, Beach.
There you go. Yeah, bring that food.
Seth is on. You want to say hi to Seth?
Oh, hey, Seth.
Oh, he put little strawberries on there. Oh, that's so nice.
On your hot dog?
No, on the... babe!
Uh-oh.
You know I don't like my hot food and my cold food together.
You asshole! Are you serious?
I cannot stand, like, fruit being on the same plate as something savory and it touches. It's so nasty.
You sound like a bougie asshole.
Ask me about my wiener.
Like at the holiday parties, I would always get 2 plates because I can't have cold stuff and hot stuff touch. Grosses me out. So like There's an onion touching the strawberry right now, and I have to throw it away because that's fucking gross.
Isn't that OCD?
It's just, I don't know. The worst and the worst. Aha,
Shay said, houseboy, chop, chop. We
we
got on there. We got on there. Onions?
Onions and some mustard. How about you?
Just mustard. I was going to do sauerkraut, but I don't want to risk getting sauerkraut on my, because this is where I work for the most part.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to get it 2 weeks from now, there's dried sauerkraut in my keyboard between the P and the O or whatever.
That's what they're calling it now. Dried sauerkraut. Okay.
What do you think it is? Why'd you get Hawaiian buns?
Because they're good. Gotta be like a little treat, because everyone loves the Hawaiian rolls. And I saw it and I was like, excuse me, Fancy Napkin. We should start an OnlyFans of us eating. I think people would be into it.
I mean, this is the kind of mic you'd use for an AMSR.
Oh my God. No, it's ASMR.
AMSR.
Don't, because we'll lose so many listeners. Don't chop into the thing.
Or we'll get tons more. People be getting boners at the sound of me smacking my lips.
Oh, yeah. Shoving that hot dog in there. Absolutely.
It's so porky.
Gross. Speaking of hot messes, I need to hear about what your child did.
Oh.
Because she's been on a down. It's funny with Edie, and I'm assuming every parent has this. I wouldn't know because I'm not one, obviously. But there'll be weeks where it's like, wow, she's been really good and great and helpful. And then that's followed by if this kid doesn't get out of my house within the next 10 minutes, I will set everything on fire.
So Evie is, she's schooling from home. She's doing the virtual school that the Des Moines Public Schools set up for kids like her who aren't safe to go in. But, so she's been doing it from home. Basically, every day there's this curriculum, this subject, that subject, that. She's been doing, she started off doing pretty good. She'd get the whole day done, 8:30 a.m. till about 3. She'd get through the whole slate of stuff for the day. Then as time went on, we started falling behind. And
she behind in online school?
Well, bear with me here.
God.
I'm getting there. So we thought maybe it was her meds, and it kind of coincided with behavior. She has ADHD. She's on ADHD meds. And so then we ticked up her medication to 25 milligrams or something. And we saw it got better, but her school was still we're still struggling. So, Jody's been on a lot of weekends, definitely during the Christmas break, sitting down with Evie and helping her with especially her math. Because I can do math, but Jody's better at it. And so Jody's spending her weekends helping her with math and all that. Math is the devil, said Nadia on the air.
Boo.
But even catching up, she was still falling behind a little bit, it was getting to the point today, I think, where today's Friday, we were still finishing up, I want to say Wednesday's schedule, maybe even Tuesday. But she spent all day on one subject, and it was math. And she's done the math and done fine, but it took her all day. Well, so we were kind of what's going on? Do we have to tweak her meds again? What the fuck? We're doing everything we can to help her out. Jody, she went downstairs. Jody's helping her with math. They came up and Jody said, okay, don't get mad. Don't yell.
Oh no. I bet you she was sitting there on the iPad playing that little game that she plays.
You're close.
No, what was she doing?
She was getting on the school laptop playing Roblox. So
she was out here taking 27 hours on one problem when really it probably took her 5 minutes, and the rest of the day she was like, I'm gonna go on here.
I don't know. I mean, boy, and all the time Jody spent on her weekend, on her week off. And also there's Jody wants on the weekends to work on Evie's room. We're trying to redo Evie's room. So her room is kind of all torn up. Shit's not put away. The walls are bare because we're going to clean the walls and repaint it and resituate things, new shelving, whatever. And so she hasn't been able to do that a lot because she's been kind of, helping Evie on the weekends with her school stuff. And, there's other stuff you got to do on the weekend, whether you have to, play with the little one a little bit or, mommy, daddy quality time or what have you. So that's been falling behind because she's trying to help with her school. But lo and behold, Evie, and this has been going on apparently since I want to say like October, November, that she's been playing this fucking Roblox shit during her school time.
How did Jody find out? Because she obviously went downstairs to help her during the school day. Did she walk downstairs and Evie was playing it? Or did she just confront Evie and Evie just told her like, yeah, I'm hardcore addicted to this game?
When she went downstairs to get help with the math, that's when it came out. And I asked her, we were going to do a curbside pickup. I asked Evie, like, what made you tell us that you were playing Roblox during school? And she said, I just, I kept, anytime you asked about like the schoolwork, I kept saying to myself like, oh, I should tell him. Eventually that angel and the devil on the shoulder, the devil's like, it's fine, just play. They won't even notice. Eventually the angel's like, all right, tell them.
Well, I'll give her credit for that. She's the one who came clean. It wasn't like,
and we totally did. We totally gave her praise for that. We said, you're still in trouble. There's still going to be consequences, but we're glad you came and told us that. During dinner prep, Jody and I was literally had a notebook and a pen. We were writing out, okay, what's the penalties going to be here? And,
we need a contract. Everybody gather around. We're going to, prick our thumbs. We're going to do a blood contract here.
It's so annoying because it's tough because she loves Roblox and she loves playing with her friends. And that's her only time to chat with her friends, really. Because, like I said, she's locked down at home since March 2020. And this is almost it. Occasionally she chats with the neighbor girl who's her age across the fence. But what online game were you addicted to?
Because it happens to adults.
Well, that's the thing is like, I think we have a Roblox problem because you remember I talked about how she was up the other night last week, all night, literally all night playing Roblox, got zero sleep. And this is going on. And so obviously we're cutting off the Roblox at least for a little while. I mean, but we haven't discussed all the consequences with her, but one of them will be if something like this even close happens, you'll be done with Roblox till you're 18,
Oh, and by then it won't even be cool anymore.
I know. Yeah, and that won't matter in about a year and a half, right?
Oh, I'll give it 3 months. That shit'll be deader than a doornail, doorknob, whatever.
But for now, that sounds like she thinks it's going to be there and she's going to love it forever. So we tell her that. She's going to be like, oh my God, I better turn my shit around.
I was very much addicted to The Sims. When COVID first started, Catholic Meg was like, oh yeah, I play The Sims. You should play too, because there's like a mobile game. I spent probably in the year that I played it.
To Betty.
In the year that I played it, I'm not kidding you, I spent $400 on The Sims free play. The Sims free play.
Yeah. How dare they call it free play? Free to drop $400 play.
Well, and it was technically free, but what would happen was you would do these quests or these things that needed to get done in time. And if you fell behind, you could pay to catch back up, kind of a thing. So I would pay to catch back up, but then it got to the point where I was like, I don't need to pay for this. I just need to set alarms. So my phone would go off at like 1:38 in the morning to like switch out my Sims to do this task. And Tyler would roll over and be like, are you fucking kidding me? Why is your alarm going off right now? And I'd be like, oh, I don't know. Meanwhile, I'm like, all right, I got to get Julie S over here. She's got to make some pottery. And then
I don't get that.
Oh, it was so fun to create my own little world. You know how many people I killed
12.
that I didn't like, that I put them like into this game and I made them really ugly and then I killed them. Yeah.
You made them ugly and then you killed them.
I sure the fuck did. Speaking of,
That's like sociopathic and petty at the same time.
Shay said Candy Crush. Every single mom that I know plays Candy Crush. My best friend Hannah is on level like 3,000 something. Every single one of them, it's either Candy Crush or Fruit Ninja. And we talked about this the other day. If those levels ever stop coming, there will be an uprising of middle-aged women in the United States who riot over Candy Crush. 100%.
100. 100. If you're just joining us, it's vodka and hot dog night in honor of Betty White. Having a vodka cranberry in Betty's honor. Nadia's having a Moscow Mule. We both are having our hot dogs. I went light on spaghetti tonight with the family so that I could have hot dogs, but I had one and I think I'm good.
I had lo mein when I got home. Shay said I don't anymore, but I did a lot. Pissed when I got stuck on a level. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing is like when you play a game and you love it. When Jody and I first started living together, I would play a couple video games and I would be like, occasionally, not a lot, but occasionally be like, God damn it, the fuck, and she'd be like, why are you getting so pissed? What, calm down, that sort of thing. But
yeah.
my answer to that is you just don't understand.
You don't get it.
You don't get it.
Like Tyler's game right now. And also I'm seeing some new viewers in the chat. So if you want, feel free to drop your name. We'll say hello to you.
Drop your name, drop your pants. I want to see what you're rocking.
Tyler's game right now is Escape from Tarkov.
What is it?
Escape from Tarkov. I'm always an asshole and I just call it Escape from Azkaban, but it's Escape from Tarkov. And he'll be up at 2. Like there was one morning where I was getting up to go work out at like 5 and Tyler was going to bed. Like it was that kind of a switch. And I was like, do you just get done playing video games? He was like, are you going to work out? I was like, yeah, but one of those is obviously less sad than the other one. So don't ask me like that, bitch. First of all.
I know he's like, try to flip that on you like that's something to be ashamed of.
Right.
Oh, what are you going to work out?
You're going to go
same
work out
thing.
like an idiot. That's pretty dumb.
That's the same as this.
So that's his game right now. And I'll be in bed like, I'm sleepy. And then I'll just be like, here, like, come on, guys, come on. I just killed a scab over here. Or some fucking thing that he says. And I'm just like, but but he's not the one who spent $400 playing a free game. So, I can't really talk too much shit, but I will. Thank you so much.
Well, it's, I don't know. To me, it's almost nothing better than getting into a video game that you're really into. I mean, obviously, if you're pouring $400 into it, you got a problem. Not judging. I'm just saying you got a problem.
I have a problem with spending, which is why I'm on my spending freeze.
And some of those games, boy, they get you with those microtransactions. It's like death by 1,000 cuts,
That's what it was.
I need to buy this new gun. It's only 99 cents. Before you know it, you've bought 300 guns and 45 skins and a tank upgrade here or whatever. And before $700 on this free game.
Mongo said World of Warcraft was my crack many years ago. Ah, yes, I know of many folk.
Yeah, B-Sox used to play that quite a bit. And I wonder if he still is into that or if that has kind of faded.
Some WoW. What did they call it?
WoW. Yeah, I think it's WoW. It's funny, like a lot of this shit, I haven't played a video game till like 2 a.m. in the longest time. And it's not because of kids directly. It's mostly, related to, that I just like, I think it's mostly that I haven't played a game that I'm like that sucked into, because I remember playing games until 2 a.m. and be like, oh shit, I got to go to bed. But that's not the case anymore. Nowadays, it's like, it's 11 o'clock. I still want to watch a couple of YouTube videos. I'm going to bed.
Well, and the funny thing is, so Tyler is a coder. So a lot of his friends at the office are gamers too. So I'll come downstairs and be like, oh, who are you playing with? And he'll be like, oh, such and so from the office. I'm like, don't you have fucking work tomorrow? Like, go to bed. Why are y'all out here playing still?
Aren't you tired of these people anyway?
eyes hurt. You look at a screen all day. All day.
Does he have like the blue filter on?
Nope.
I think he probably should. I think everybody who like programs or is on a screen all day probably should.
My eyes got strained like pretty severely when I started at my job because I wasn't, it was a year or so between jobs. So my eyes weren't used to looking at a screen all day, but yeah, not great. I don't know how y'all do it. Remember when Red Dead Redemption came out? Everyone was playing that.
Yeah.
I think the game I played the longest streak of time was Call of Duty Zombies Modern Warfare.
Yeah, I know you guys are into that.
Tyler and I played that for like, who just screamed? Was that a child?
Yeah, it's Mabel.
Oh, she's pissed. She wants to play Red Dead Redemption. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's time for bed for her.
But speaking of other things that I'm obsessed with, so you know how I'm like a hardcore Bob's Burgers fan, like super fan?
Yeah.
Well, I get to work the other day. Tell me why my bitch ass coworkers got me this for an engagement gift, and it took everything I had not to cry.
Oh, that's funny.
And me and Lucy and Thor.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Isn't that awesome? Isn't that so cute? Oh, Tyler's here. Hey, beach.
Your hair is wrong.
No, it's pretty. My hair got a lot longer, but it's still curly It's still curly. You can see it. It's just
That's
not
cool.
as big. Yeah.
I imagine wherever they got that from, they do other shows, cartoons.
Probably.
That's cool.
Isn't it so cute? Look at Tyler with the little apron on. Lucy's crazy eyes are what crack me up the most. She's like, she's very excited to be alive. Yeah, we know Shay Tyler sucks. So this was probably the best engagement gift. I haven't got any engagement gifts, but if I were to have gotten more than one, this would still be number one.
Very nice, Dan.
Yes, look at how nice it is.
That's nice. I'm sure it was a little sad, after you told them recently that you're leaving in a couple weeks, right?
Shut up.
I'm such a bitch.
I'm not actually leaving. Where would I go? What would I do? Plus, I told them all, if we ever leave, like, we're all going down because the amount of inappropriate conversations that we all have is just astounding. So I told them, I was like, if you ever fire me, this whole place is going down.
I'm taking you all with me.
Precisely.
You will refer to me as the anchor because I will take you all down with me.
Yeah, we have, because we're such a small office that we don't have an HR person. So one of my other bosses just switches his persona. His name is Steve when he's HR. So he'll just be like, all right, Steve's here now.
I don't think the fuckwads at Laser got me anything when I was engaged or giving birth, having children.
When you were actively giving birth? Yeah.
When I was having children, that sort of thing. I don't think, I know corporate, our VP of programming at corporate, he sent a little gift when when Evie was born. He had left by the time Mabel was coming. But I don't think anybody locally in the building did anything.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting anything. Like, Dan kept asking what my wedding colors were because I'm going to get you an engagement gift. Like, if you want to give me a gift, the color is green and the gift is money. So if that's what you really are trying to do. But I guess and it's so sweet too, because when you think about it,
what?
Like, he had to ask Tyler to send him pictures of all of us. And, like, it's a time that went into it. They had to get all the pictures, send it for proofs, get it back, correct it, do any of that stuff. So it is really sweet. Dan said he's making my wedding gift. I hope it's a lot of cash. That's fine.
It's, watch, it's just like some shitty wooden coasters. He got
a wooden plank.
Yeah, he got a turning, what is it called? I do woodworking and read the magazine. Can't think. But it's just going to be a bunch of just round wooden pine coasters. Oh, my camera froze.
A lathe. Yeah.
Lathe. Yeah, duh.
Dan also does woodworking, so
there you go.
Is a good friendship.
Dan, send me a link to where you did that. I might have to do that for the wife. Come, what's the thing where you celebrate being married?
An anniversary.
The sham-anniversary. Anniversary.
A divorce settlement. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, well, that's nice. That's very nice. It's well done too. I'm getting
It's very
tired
cool.
of this goddamn.
I like it.
All right, I gotta switch cameras. This is pissing me off.
All right. Coming up in a few seconds, stupid news, and it's in the state of Iowa. Very exciting. We can't show the video though, because it's a naked penis, but
It's a naked penis.
yeah, it's the one I sent to you.
You sent me a naked penis? That's what
Yeah,
came in the
video.
mail.
It was a naked penis, of course.
All right, so let's see. Let's just do
Tyler
it.
said, as opposed to a clothed penis.
I know, right?
Yes. Spectacular.
Sorry, it's just a stupid little button here.
Stupid news.
Stupid news. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7:30, where we got something about a penis that is not covered in clothing.
Sure wasn't.
We had to clarify that up, and it's set here in Iowa.
It is in Cedar Rapids, good old Rapids, where the other day I get a message from Tyler's sister, a video message of a guy naked walking between cars, stopped vehicles on the highway on, I think it was 380 southbound. And I was like, what the hell is this? And she said, well, it's not my picture. It's my friend's sister-in-law's video. She was literally front row and center for this catastrophe. So this guy the other day, yesterday, was driving the wrong way and ended up crashing. And it was completely blocked. And the crash incident took place early in the morning
on this midday.
Yeah.
And it was caused by this guy driving the wrong way on the interstate. And he then decided, as you do, to get out of his car, take off all of his clothes near a school, mind you, not a great place to get naked. And he hit multiple vehicles before exiting the car and getting naked. And then at that point, a semi swerved, dumped a load of grain on the interstate.
Thank you, Shay.
Thanks, Shay. Oh, does that mean we have to take a shot? Let's do a shot for Betty.
I don't really have. I
Hold
can
on,
take a
let me
swig.
Hold on, let me do a shot for Betty. To Betty and Sydney Poitier.
Well, I hope Sydney doesn't like liver and onions,
Woo!
because we're not doing that.
No, we're sure not.
But I'm pulling up some video. It's edited, so we won't get in trouble.
Oh, well, here's the thing. When I saw the video, I didn't even know that it was a penis. It was so like retracted in there. It was so cold. The fact that he did not get hypothermia and die is astounding to me.
Is this the one you sent me where the fat guy is just casually walking down?
Yeah, that's the video I sent you.
Okay.
He's the guy who crashed his car.
I figured it's the same thing, but in my mind, I'm like, shit, these days there's two stories about somebody getting naked walking down the highway. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, there he is, just naked. Look at him. I also sent it to my bosses, so they're...
You got to stop sending naked pictures to your bosses. Even
Those
if they're not
men's
of
dicks.
you, you could still get in trouble for that. Oh.
Sorry, I'm full of hot dogs and vodka. Look at him just sitting there, standing there, like hands up. Like, what are you doing? Where are you going with your hands up like this?
I'm assuming the cops were drawing on him. Let's see.
At a school yesterday, he then left in a vehicle and started driving north in the southbound lanes. We had more pictures sent to us, but we did not want to use them as we did not want to identify the man. The crash stopped traffic.
Why not?
Between the
Right.
32nd Street
It's gonna
and
be public
42nd
knowledge.
Street exits
Yeah,
on
I
the
mean-
northeast side. This includes the on-ramps to the interstate as multiple ambulances.
Ah, well. The guy was naked. Okay. Whoops.
Stripped out of his clothes.
I mean,
What happens when you crash
Yeah.
your car and you're like, I'm going to get naked now? What?
I mean, he must have gotten to a point where it's like, I'm sure if you go and check out what he said in the interview with police after he was arrested or taken into custody, whatever, that he would probably spill out how maybe the wife left him. They just, took his house, foreclosure, and he's like, boom, I did this. Fuck it. I'm going to get naked. Maybe they'll put me in the loony bin and I can get free 3 meals a day for a week.
Yeah. Hey, Kinnaman Gaming, where you been at, bitch?
Yeah, what's up, Brian?
I
Bitch.
miss you. Tyler said, I don't know how they do those interviews. Seriously. I was hoping, because like we'll have people who call into the office sometimes looking to hire attorneys. for like to pay them privately to represent them.
Mhm.
And all day today, I was like, please let this guy call us. I want to see and talk to this man. I want to know what he's about.
I mean, anything's possible. Do they?
Well,
do you guys have an office in that neck of the woods?
No, but a lot of times they don't have to travel that far. A lot of this stuff can be done on paper. But I will say, speaking of what are the chances, we got a client today who's from my literal hometown in Illinois.
Really?
Like lives there. And I was like, because I saw the area code and I was like, oh, that's funny. That's my area code on my phone. Then I looked at the address and I was like, that's 6 blocks away from my house where I grew up. I don't like that.
That's funny.
That.
You didn't say anything to the guy, right?
When I was on the phone with him, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm from that area. And he's like, oh, so you can help me? I was like, I'm the receptionist. So no, but I mean, whatever.
You should have just said, you should have just glossed over it. What's your address? Oh, so-and-so, Illinois. Okay. Phone number?
Sounds shitty. Anyway.
Yeah. Like, you don't know what the fuck guys are getting into there.
Yeah, we're just messing around there, bud.
Just still in the entrance phase of the process. He could be walking in the door and be like, I'm going to kill somebody.
I heard a beep. What happened?
Tiny Dragonfly 420 is now following. Thank you for following Tiny Dragonfly. Namaste.
Thanks, Tiny Dragonfly 420.
So anyway, back to the naked guy on 380. Was he booked for public nudity or the crash?
I do not know. This is so bad that I have all of the things at my disposal to creep on this person.
Yeah, you probably look him up pretty easily.
Yes, I could. All I need is a last name.
So, this guy has to go to court buck naked except for a tie.
I fucking hope so. Oh, thanks, Tyler. That's so sweet. He gifted a tier 1 sub to Mongo 876.
Oh,
nice.
That's so sweet, Tyler. Thank you, sweetie.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
I know my spouse has never gifted a sub to anybody.
Uh-oh. I almost gifted too much money there. Oh, shit, that was going to be bad.
Jeez, that's stupid.
Stupid news! Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7:30 Central Time. Betty White died. We are doing our Friday night libations in honor and tribute to her. We've had our hot dogs. Nadia cheering herself. So,
Love me. I just got paid. Tee-hee.
having a vodka cran raz. That sounds so bougie, right? That sounds like a, Upper East Side, New York trendy bar drink. I'm having a vodka cran raz.
My name's Blair
Comes
Fontana.
with extra pinky in the air. What?
My name's Blair Fontana. I'll have the vodka cran rise.
My name is Chon Strather. Like, not John, Chon. C-H-O-N. Chon Strather. I'm an equities trader in Wall Street.
My name is Jareth.
Woman, I'll remember that later. Ooh, trouble in paradise.
Ooh, it's a mess tonight.
So we're doing a tribute to Betty White, eating the vodka, drinking the vodka, eating the hot dogs in her honor.
Oh,
Thank you.
Another beep just happened.
John is bad at rebirth. It took me a second.
John is bad at rebirth.
He is following. Thank you, John. Appreciate it, bro. But we're talking about Betty. Shut up.
Joni is. I'm trying to figure out what the fucking screen thing is.
John is bad at rebirth.
John is, but I guess. Sounds French. Feel free to.
I think it's
John is bad at rebirth. To put your name in the chat if you would like, so we can say hello to you.
It's a video game reference.
Oh, really?
I think so. Rebirth, part of video game. I don't know, but every video game where you die, there's like a rebirth process.
Tyler, which video game is that from? You goddamn nerd.
Betty White, we met, we're doing the vodka and the hot dogs. I saw this story and you put in the prep sheet how her last word is very much like, oh my God, it's so sweet. She was on the show Passphrase, I think it was. Game show back in the day. 60s, 50s, something like that. And the host was a guy named Alan Ludden. And she went on there a couple times, and apparently he, the host, Alan Ludden, asked her out like for a year.
Oh.
And she said no. But eventually she said yes. They fell in love and got married.
That was her third wife. I didn't know or her third husband. I didn't know she was married 3 times. That was her third husband.
But they were married a long time, I believe, until he passed away.
Yeah, he had a stomach cancer. He died in 1981.
Oh, I didn't realize it was 81.
Yeah, he passed away. I'm young. I don't know. Anytime someone dies from cancer, I say they die too young. But
yeah.
And she continued driving the car he gave her. She wore the wedding ring over the years, and she was actually, she said, looking forward to seeing him once she passed away.
And lo and behold, her last word, according to Vicki Lawrence, she said, "This sucks. I hate this. It's just horrible to see the people you love so much go away." Carol responded, I know. I spoke to Betty's assistant. She said the very last word out of Betty White's mouth was Alan.
Oh.
Isn't that sweet?
That just kills me. No pun intended.
I wonder if she said it because, like, Alan, I'm coming, or like, maybe as she's fading, she sees Alan.
Yeah. That's just so sweet.
Watch, your last word's going to be Frederick. And Tyler's going to go, what?
Spunkmaster 3000?
Yeah. Kumo D. It's almost like, what if your last word is something, what the heck, Fosse just gifted a sub. Wow.
Another one, babe? Jesus. Okay, thank you for the support. Love you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Tyler. I'll pay you back later.
That's just, it's so sweet. And you know what? They were such a cute little precious couple, and I just can't deal with them.
I'm scared my last word's going to be something like not good, you know?
But mine's going to be something like ass cheeks, like something fucking dumb where I'm like, because, you know, you've got to think if you're not doing well, they've got you on good drugs. So like if my last words while I'm on drugs are very meaningful, then feel free to use them. But if it's like, Blumpkin, just like take that and change it into something cool. You know what I mean? Just be like, she said.
Well, Blumpkin is a very intimate experience. So,
yeah.
And it comes from a warm, loving place.
Or instead of Blumpkin, someone said like, be better. You know, those were my last words. Instead of Blumpkin, it was, be better. Yeah, that's it. That was it. Those were my last words. That was it.
Knowing me, I'll say something. But regardless of what I say, I think people can kind of spin it like, he was a guy who was always fucking around, you know?
Right.
So like if my last words are like fucking Puerto Ricans, you know, people are like, oh, that was his default when he was talking about racist assholes.
Yeah. Like if you die and your last words are something like really off the wall and ridiculous, they'll be like, oh yeah, he loved to make people laugh. If you die and you say something thoughtful, people can spin it and say like, and in his last moments, he just wanted the world to know that he was a kind, a loving soul.
Who hated Bolivians. Maybe. I don't know. I think he was kidding. I'm not sure.
Who hated Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
We don't know why.
He said those fucking Kazakhs every 40 sentences.
Shay said, well, fuck. Those are going to be her last words. Probably. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Mine would probably be, God damn it, because I don't think I would die I don't think I'm going to make it to where I'm very old. And I felt this way since I was a kid. I always felt I would die like in some fucking, my mom always said I was going to die because I stuck my nose in somewhere where I didn't need to be. And that's probably correct.
You know what's, what's funny is I thought for the longest time I was going to be dead before 25.
Interesting. Okay.
And I don't know why. I don't know. Let me fix this here real quick.
Yeah, bring my face back.
I will. Hold on. I don't know why, but I just always thought from about 20 years old and up until 25, obviously, that I wasn't going to make it past 25. It's not like I lived a really, reckless life, played played chance with death. You know, I didn't skydive a lot. I didn't Russian roulette every other weekend. But I just had this feeling I wasn't going to make it past 25. And here I am, 32? And I'm still here.
Yeah, that's how I felt when I was turning 21. I was just like, I don't feel like I'm supposed to be here, really. I feel like I'm coasting on borrowed time. You know what I mean? So, we'll see.
Let's talk about this boss paying his employees in pennies.
Yeah, enough about existential crises.
Yeah, let's talk about turd muffins out there.
Yeah. So actually, this has become a really big story in that the U.S. Department of Labor is actually suing this auto repair shop that made headlines last year because the boss paid a former employee his final paycheck 100% in pennies. So this auto shop called AOK Walker Auto Works and its owner, Miles Walker, discriminated against this guy named Andreas because he called the Department of Labor to report that he didn't get his paycheck. So he whistleblows, calls the Department of Labor.
Interesting.
And within hours that he complained of not receiving his paycheck, the owner paid him in pennies. So this guy, Andreas, found 91,500 pennies in his driveway. And the owner of the car place, auto shop, whatever, left a note outside of his paycheck, or left a copy of his paycheck with an expletive written on the outside of his house.
Wow.
And they also found that this company, AOK Walker Auto Works, failed to pay employees for overtime work since 2019, since at least 2019.
To quote Nelson from The Simpsons.
Yeah.
What a
alleged
fucking asshole.
That this company failed to keep and preserve adequate and accurate records of the persons employed and the wages, hours, and other conditions and all that shit. So basically, this guy calls the Department of Labor and says, hey, these guys haven't paid me. And the Department of Labor, I'm assuming, calls the shop and is like, hey, man, fucking pay your employees. And he's like, all right.
This move always strikes me as a very short. The reward versus the effort doesn't match up for me. You know,
right?
You're going through all this effort to get all these pennies, the exact amount.
Yep.
And you're going to best way to pay 100,000 pennies, says John is bad at rebirth. Hi, John.
And that's about $915.
Yeah,
so
you're going through all that effort. You're going to the bank. You're telling the bank they're getting all the rolls probably for you, and then they cut up the one to get it to the exact amount, and then you got to find a container to haul it over there, and you're not gonna see the exasperation on the person's face when they go to haul that to their bank to get it deposited. You know, you don't get that fulfillment. The payoff's not there. That's, I guess, is what I'm getting at.
Like, I don't understand why are y'all doing this?
And to me, it's like you take this, your employee takes this to their bank. They're just going to dump it in the sorting machine.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, did you have something like that at your bank that you worked at?
Yeah, we would have people come in with like the big, like 5-gallon jugs, you know, that was pretty common. And it would be, I think the most we ever had was maybe like $600 or $700. Now, granted, that was like, you know, a lot of silver. It was quarters and dimes and stuff like that. But yeah, it's tedious and kind of annoying because obviously at some point you're going to have to change out the bags in the machine, like when the pennies get full. But other than that, it's pretty easy.
But if the bank doesn't have the machine, you're taxing some bank employee who has nothing to do with whatever grievance is going on between you and your employee.
Oh, they would not hand count that. There's no way.
Well, they'd have to go weigh it or something, right?
They would not hand count. It'd be like, go to one with the machine.
Yeah. Okay.
No one is hand counting that. People would walk in and be like, oh, do you have a sorter? Yeah. Or do you have a sorter? No. Okay. Then they go somewhere with a sorter. Like, that's just easier.
Take it to Coinstar and pay the $20, whatever, on, Yeah. It just doesn't seem like it's going to be something that's going to really pay off for you as the person propagating I'll show them. I'll pay them in pennies. That'll show them.
Like, you're the dumbass who had to go to a bank and get $9,000 or $900 worth of pennies, which is probably difficult. And then on top of that, you had to get it you had to unwrap all of those.
Wouldn't a better way, if you're the employer, you want to stick it to this employee who you hate for whatever reason, wouldn't it be just to send them like a $1 check? Just incrementally send a $1 check. So if he owes him $900, send him $900 $1 checks over, a span of 2.5 years.
That'd be hilarious, but I don't think he could. I think he had to send him that money all at once.
Yeah. And also your services, your company is A-OK Mackenzie Plumbing or whatever the fuck.
A-OK.
Jody and I were talking about this the other day, and I forget what brought it up, but it's like, why would you as a company call yourself anything okay? If you're in the service industry, a plumber, electrician, HVAC, there's no benefit to saying, hey, we're okay.
We're mostly fine.
Yeah, mediocre plumbing. How you doing?
Your shit won't fall apart right away.
Right. It'll work? Question mark?
Yeah, it reminds me of the episode of What We Do in the Shadows when Guillermo's like, it's not okay, it's A-OK, and Nandor's like, okay, instead of A-OK. Okay.
Yeah, above average electric.
There you go.
I mean, might as well call yourself only 42 electrocutions electronics or electric company. I mean, you get the point.
Haven't gotten sued yet. Electric company.
I know, yeah. Ooh, vodka's kicking in.
I know. I'm very drunk. 100%.
You're a lightweight. I'm coming to find you're a lightweight.
Now I am, because since COVID started, I lost about 30 pounds. So my tolerance is off a little bit.
I gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's coming back though, because I've gained about 10 of those pounds back. But it's a process. Thank you so much. Anyway. Okay, yay.
Oh, I don't know if we have time for this story that I meant to bring up the other day.
Is it the I Quit story?
Yes.
That one's kind of, you'd have to like
it's busy, right? Yeah.
It is a very busy story.
All right, we'll save that for Monday.
Okay.
I do want to just quickly, this one's easy. This Am I the Asshole? I know we've kind of been doing that on Wednesdays.
Yeah, it's kind of a Wednesday.
Well, what else do you want to talk about? Because
well, we could do the Tales from the Babysitters.
Okay.
That's kind of funny.
All right, do that.
Little quick. Okay. So we do this every once in a while where, first of all, we've got to thank Reddit. Hold on. John is bad at rebirth, says your wheels will make it to the next repair shop. Maybe. Yes. A great name for a repair shop.
Yeah.
But so there are these subreddits on Reddit, obviously, where, people in certain occupations, whatever. Now there's a babysitter Reddit. And the question is, dark secrets. What weird secrets have you found out while you've been babysitting? And this one said, one family, I still don't know what was up with them. It's like they were squatting in a model home or something, like Arrested Development. It was a fully furnished house that looked to be straight out of Better Homes and Gardens magazine, but there was nothing in the drawers, fridge, or cabinets, no toiletries in the bathroom except for toilet paper, no food or silverware in the kitchen, no clothes in the closets or in the kids' drawers, and no toys. The lady just told me to order food for the kids and they watched TV. It was weird.
That's it. There was no
that is weird as shit.
There was no capper to end that story with, found out they were blank,
Yeah.
Huh. That's just how they rolled.
Maybe they were just very frugal. But that isn't, the kids don't have any clothes. Like, you just ordered food and watched TV. Odd.
I was 13 to 14, used to babysit 2 kids while their parents went to Amway functions. Amway's a pyramid scheme. For those who don't know. One night, for whatever reason, I looked behind the couch, saw a bunch of magazines. I collect them, thinking they'd been dropped behind there by accident by the kids I babysat. It was a huge stash of Penthouse and Playboy magazines. I had to quickly re-hide them before the kids saw them. And you probably have to like stack them just right because the dad or the mom, whoever it was, put them in there a certain way.
This one says, the family found out the information of other families I worked for. They legitimately followed me places. Mind you, I was 14 at the time, and they followed me to the home of other families and figured out the names and ages of all the adults and children. Then they stole from them.
Wow.
So this family stalked its babysitter to steal from the other families that the girl babysat for.
That's crazy. This one is short and sweet. The kid found her mom's vibrator and put it in her mouth. Oh my God.
Well, I'm not telling anybody about that.
Like, even if you wash that, you know, per directions of the manufacturer, you see a kid put that in their mouth, you're like, oh no.
Yeah, no, no, I'm not talking to anybody about that. The garage was locked. A few weeks later, that family got raided by the FBI. They planted bombs in a refinery in Texas and had a small arsenal in that locked garage. Bitch, you better give me a pay raise then if I'm out here watching your kids and they're explosive. Ugh.
I found a Magnum condom on one of their tables downstairs, just sitting there. They were very nice people, but okay.
Okay.
I wonder how many times there's a story in one of these where they said they asked the babysitter, like, you into threesomes? And they politely declined, but I wonder how many times babysitters get hit on, you know?
Oh my God, so much.
You know, the old cliche in the movies and TV is like the dad drives the babysitter home and then, you know, he's kind of pseudo hitting on her, if not outright hitting on her. But
yeah,
I wonder how much that is truthful.
So this one is kind of sad. And it's the kid told the babysitter, my daddy hits my mommy sometimes.
Ooh.
For that one, I was still in high school. I told my mom what she said, and my mom went to the police to report it. Oh, that's sad.
Damn. Somebody was growing some green fun. I walked into a house, had to wrinkle my nose at the smell, which I later found out it was because he was growing weed, a pot plant in his closet.
Oh, well, that's fine then. Yeah, a little pot empire, nothing to be concerned about.
Oh my God.
What?
This is like the third out of how many stories are there? 20, 25 maybe?
Mm-hmm.
It seems like there's at least 3 or 4 of them are involved, like some locked basement that you're not supposed to go into.
Anytime you babysit for family and they're like, okay, don't go in the basement. It's like, all right, well, this was super fun. Thank you so much. I'm going to go. I think you'd be better with somebody else.
I'm going to take my luck on cryptocurrency.
Right.
As opposed to this guaranteed $50.
This one said, I babysat a lot when I was 13 to 15. At the time, I lived in a small town. I was a very popular babysitter as I also worked at the daycare. Often I would have kids from 2 or 3 different families at once. I didn't care. I got triple the pay for having 3 different groups of kids. I was recently told why I always had groups of kids like that. Turns out the small town had a swingers club, and I was the go-to babysitter for their different groups. So she's watching 3 groups of kids because the parents are sucking and fucking.
Oh, yeah. What I was getting at with the locked basement is this one story. A family I babysat for had a locked room in their basement. I opened it out of curiosity one day and found a lot of Nazi stuff inside.
Oh, no.
There's another story in this list. It involves, like, you know, they're cooking meth in the basement. There's another story about, you know, growing pot. Sex dungeon, I think, was a story.
A legitimate sex dungeon was in the basement.
I've only babysat a couple times. I never had any weird things, you know? No crazy encounters. I assume you've babysat, right?
No.
Okay, that's probably for the best.
Well, no, because my sister was the oldest in the family. So they always, you know, had the oldest babysit. I think I babysat like my twin niece and nephew once.
What?
And they were pretty chill because they were babies. So they just like slept the whole time.
That's nice. Well,
how was that?
I can only do one hot dog and one vodka drink and a vodka shot in honor of Betty White. But I think the gesture is still not unappreciated, I would imagine. So, you know, if you're not having a hot dog and a vodka on Betty White now, do it this weekend. We, you know, her birthday is the 17th.
Yes.
And, you know, thought about doing that, but that was just too far away. She passed away last week.
Well, we should donate $10 to A Heinz 57 because that's the Betty White challenge.
Okay.
On her birthday, donate $5 to your local animal shelter.
Because she loved her some animals.
He did love doggies. Oh my God. So Thor had to get his little toenail fixed today because he fucked it up trying to chase a squirrel and they had to sedate him at the vet. So he's been high as shit for like the last 9 hours. And Lucy was running around him and Thor was like,
Thor's like, why are you running, man? What's the point?
What's going on? You're just chasing your tail.
Welcome to Thor Talk. I'm your host, Thor.
You're just chasing your tail, man. That's what it is.
We're all just chasing our tail, man. That's what it's all about.
He's got a little wrap on his paw, too. It's pretty funny.
I bet he does. All right, that's going to do it for us. Yeah.
Betty.
I don't get it.
Betty, fuck off.
Yeah, keep drinking those Moscow mules. It'll make sense eventually. Hi, Randy Savage. Yeah. Oh, what the hell is this? All right, that's going to do it for us. We'll be back on Monday. Let me turn off my Firefox feed here. There we go. Back on Monday at 7 p.m. Central Time. I got some good Am I the Assholes for Monday. And we'll recap the weekend. We'll see how the Eevee punishment goes. And much more. Rest in peace, Betty. You were not only a friend, we thank you, but we thank you for being probably like the best old lady ever. I mean, she outdoes any grandmas I've ever had.
I thought you were going to say a confidant.
Say what?
I thought you were going to say not only were you a friend, but you were a confidant.
Oh.
You're a friend.
I mean, and a smoking piece of ass. Thanks to you, Ray Ray.
Oh, rest in peace, Betty.
Goodbye.
As for me, I'm sitting here completely naked after my bath. I'm going to hopefully sleep with the first person I meet. I hope you do the same. You gotta live life, huh? Does that sound good? Great.
Good night, Ben. Good night, Moose.